Hi, everybody. I'm Tanya from Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy Self, as well as the host of Trauma Talk, which is mostly been done on Facebook, but I've also done it on YouTube for a little bit. I had a podcast going on and I did a blog as well. So I'm trying to get it reestablished. And for just a hilarious moment, I spent probably the last 15 minutes thinking that I was live, chatting to the camera while it wasn't recording. And I did this wonderful session. It was amazing. You'll have to trust me that it was really well done. So I'm on StreamYard this morning and I'm broadcasting now to my YouTube channel as well as to Facebook, on my profile and my groups. And I even managed to get LinkedIn involved. So this is really awesome. Welcome to the first live that's streaming across multiple platforms. So I'm not sure if I'm going to see your comments if you put them up. You may have to do something with StreamYard, but I'll figure that out. Hi, Monica from LinkedIn. Yay, welcome. So if you've not joined me before, which if you're on LinkedIn, you definitely haven't because I haven't went live on LinkedIn. I am a trauma wellness healer. I call myself a healer because I find that with the fact that I use energy to heal and I do these meditative sessions and stuff, I feel it's more than coaching. And I'm a registered nurse by trade who has lived experience with trauma. So that in combined with my education, I have my Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy Self company, and I am a trauma wellness healer. So one of the things that I do is I do a live every morning, and I've been doing these lives in Facebook on my profile, and now I'm doing it on multiple spaces to get out there. And one part of my morning is pulling an oracle and a tarot card, and then seeing how that oracle and tarot card relates to you, and also somewhat of the trauma or the mental health that the card can relate to. Hi, Gabriel. I'm hoping I pronounced your name right. If I don't, I do apologize. So the card that I pulled this morning for the oracle card is called Me Talks. And Me Talks is all about repairing the body, mind, and spirit. It's about detoxing your environment. And that can be the mind, that can be the body, that can be the spirit. So I'm just going to read what it says. And this is from the Shaman's Oracle or Shaman's Dream Oracle, which is a deck that was done by Colette Baron Reed and Alberto Villaldo. Alberto Villaldo is a shaman, and Colette Baron Reed, she's an oracle. So eliminating Me Talks, eliminating toxic thinking, repairing the body, mind, and spirit, cleaning house. So when the Me Talks card appears, it challenges you to discard the deep, dearly held judgments that you've passed over yourself and others. So are you being judgmental or highly critical? Something to be aware of. So release people who you feel wrong or offended you. Recognize that they mirror the shadow aspects of your own soul. Yes, it is a tough pill to swallow. Only then can you cull from your life the toxic people you have allowed in your inner circle. So are there people on your inner circle that aren't supporting you, right? I'd say this all the time, that it doesn't matter if it's family or friends. Just because they're related, it doesn't give them a license to treat you like crap. And you don't have to have them in your life just because you're related, right? That it's about what your life, how you want it to be. You're going to allow the people in it that are going to support the life that you want. It's time for a cleaning of your proverbial house. Get rid of the thoughts and personal judgments poisoning your mind. Eliminate the inauthentic beliefs of others you've adopted as your own. Do so before your mind makes you sick, and empty your literal cupboards of the unhealthy junk food poisoning your body, right? Stimulants. We drink them all the time. This is mushroom coffee, but it still has coffee in it, and which is a stimulant, right? Good morning, Mary. How are you? Right? It's a beautiful message to do a toxic clean. Clean up your Facebook, clean up your LinkedIn, clean up whatever's, social media that you're using. Take a break from it. I did a cleanse for my Facebook, and that was the best thing that I did for my mental health. Anything that caused me to have a spike and feel bad about myself or feel bad about society or feel bad towards something that was going on, I would delete it. And it didn't matter if some of the videos that people post, they post them for an important reason, right? They're really trying to generate awareness or something about it. But I don't want to watch a video where it's showing, an animal being abused, because in that moment, I can't change what's happening to that animal. And it just makes me feel terrible. I would rather be able to do something that can affect change. So fast for one day is another suggestion from this card, or skip a meal to allow your body to cleanse itself and rid itself of toxins. I do intermittent fasting. That's how I prefer to eat. Mind you, I've gotten off the track with that a little bit. So this could be a good reminder to me to get back into my own habits. Me Talks appears as a warning that you can no longer postpone the self-care and pampering you long for. The time is now. Do healthy maintenance on your body before you have to make repairs that you will never quite recover from. And that is a message that I try to get out to everybody. It's always better to do the healing when you're standing. Don't wait until it pushes you down on your back. Because when we're not resolving our trauma or we're not dealing with our mental health, we're building up toxicity in our body. We really are, whether it's through inflammation, through the fact that our immune system isn't functioning appropriately when we're in these mind states, right? When we're in these states of dealing with our trauma or having poor mental health. We just, anyway, I'm going to finish reading the card first because I'm going to get on a sidetrack. Do a healthy maintenance before you have to make repairs that you will never quite recover from. Me Talks has come to caution you that it is not too late, but you are at the 11th hour. Do not deprive yourself of the health you deserve. So do it now. Do it now while you have the chance, right? I waited. I was one of the silly ones. I waited. I think of it as, God, spirit, source, whatever you want to talk about it, the universe giving you a message. And it's like that wave. You get a little wave that you're not healed. You haven't recovered. You need to work on it. Take notice. You've got stuff going on. You need to pay attention. You're not living in alignment. Whatever the waves are that are coming at you, they come at you. And when you're standing on the shore and you get the first wave and then you get the second wave, eventually the waves get bigger because you're not listening. And I always talk about how if you're super stubborn, the wave is going to get really big before you pay attention. And apparently I was really stubborn because I had to wait until I got sick, and so sick that I ended up actually needing to take a leave of absence from the job that I had. And it took me almost 2 years to fully get my nervous system okay again. It takes a lot longer. The more depleted that your nervous system and the more run down that you get, the harder that it is to get back up and going. So do it while you are standing upright. And do a toxic cleanse. Really clean up your Facebook, clean up the people that are in your life, and clean up, a lot of other things. So I'm going to read through this card really fast because I know I said earlier how I made the boo-boo of going live and just talking to myself because I didn't realize I didn't go live because I didn't push the right button. But anyway, I might be a little late for work today. Surprise. I'll just laugh as I get to work and be like, I don't know, having a company and working 45 hours a week is just, you got to balance. Okay, so the tarot card that I pulled this morning is the Page of Pentacles. And this is from the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. I love this deck because I think it's just artistically, it is so appealing. Like I would put any of these pictures on my wall as art. I just think that the artist that did this was just stunning. So anyway, I will read the Light Seer portion, which would be if you pulled the card straight up. The Shadow Seer is the inverted position. But I read the Shadow Seer anyway, because for some people, it may resonate more in that position. So the Light Seer, manifesting new opportunities, beginnings, good news, ambitions, skills and training, financial opportunities, new career paths, new connections, exploration stage, a beginner, earth magic, making plans a reality. The Shadow Seer, being non-committal, lack of progress, learning from past mistakes, procrastinating, not bringing plans down to earth. She holds her mandala with a curious heart and roots into the bedrock to begin understanding the manifesting essence that we all hold. Remember when you thought you could be an astronaut? Go ahead and ground that energy before it dissipates. We activate practical magic with our hopes, and we all pull energy up from the earth to bring it to form. Progress happens when one life stage at a time, Progress happens one life stage at a time, and you must anchor into the details while simultaneously keeping your head in the clouds to dream. There may be pieces that still need to fall into alignment, but that doesn't mean that they aren't going to arrive. You're in the perfect place to figure out how to make your prosperity a reality. Seek confidence and dependability, and remember that you hold this power no matter where you stand today. New perspectives and upgrades of consciousness are on the way, so use your plans for the future and expedite its arrival. I can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet my dreams. So, are you still dreaming? Because I really hope you're still dreaming. It's important to dream, right? It's important to hold those. And some of us, we get caught up in, I got to have the next new house, or I got to have the next new car. I've got to have the next new toy of some sort. But maybe what you need to do is figure out ways to pull more of your natural alignment and the dreams that you have that really, really suit you. So case in point, let's say you've always wanted to work with animals, but you're like, I can't because I need to function in this society of, that we have money that makes us go around, right? We have to make money. And we have these autoimmune disease. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't see that comment come up right away, but yes, autoimmune diseases are an absolute. They have looked at trauma and the consequence of trauma. You can look at your ACE score as well and see the higher the ACE score, the more likelihood that you're going to be impacted by trauma, and it's going to show up in things like diseases, multiple illnesses, autoimmune diseases, things like that. Because when you're in the trauma response, you're causing more inflammation in your body and your immune system is depleted. It's not functioning appropriately because what your body's concerned with is survival. Fight or flight, you're in the mode of, I'm going to fight my assailant or whatever threat I've determined, I'm going to fight it, or I'm going to run away from it because I've determined I can't fight it. Your body, the only thing it's thinking of is getting oxygenated blood to your major muscle groups that would be responsible for getting you away from the danger or for fighting that danger. When you're in, and it's part of your sympathetic nervous system, when you go into disassociate, you drop back into your parasympathetic nervous system, but it's all about survival. It's the bare minimum. You are like, I am playing dead because I hope that whatever this threat is, it feels that I'm unappealing because I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to disassociate from this moment and be gone. And it's but when you're in that state, everything's slowed right down, right? Because you're just barely surviving. I'm just making it through the moment until it passes. So they lead to autoimmune diseases. There's been a lot of studies and a lot of research that's been done on that. So your mental health really does affect it. If you're looking at some of the new studies that are coming out, it talks about your DNA and replication, right? And our DNA replicates. That's how our cells, right? When we have new cells, they're sloughing off. Our skin cells, like every 7 years, apparently, at that point, you've replaced every part of your body through cellular regeneration, right? Well, if you're in these energy renewing emotions like joy and happiness, gratitude, care, appreciation, calm, peace, relax, any of those types of emotions, and there's a whole host of them that are energy renewing, your DNA replicates in this beautiful, expansive, evolutionary way. But when you're in the emotions of anger, frustration, fear, sadness, guilt, shame, all of those, your DNA replicates in these tightly wound, contracted states. And that's part of what ends up, your DNA doesn't even replicate in a healthy way. So that's part of the research that also supports how trauma and mental health issues relate to having illness, like actual full-on diseases and illness in our bodies. So I have went over. I love you guys. Tomorrow I'll know how to do it better. So we'll get started a little better and we'll have a more full program. I won't cut it so short, but I really do have to get going. I'm going to do my reel that I tend to post. I'll do that a little bit later on, or maybe I'll just be full on 5 minutes late today. I don't know how it's going to go, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that I see you tomorrow morning. I go live every day around the same time between 7 and 7:30. And then on the weekends, it's a little bit later because I am, well, I'm not getting up as early as I do on the weekdays. Follow me on YouTube. That's my one channel, Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy Self. And I'm also, like I said, you're seeing me on Facebook. You're seeing me on LinkedIn. You're seeing me around. So anyway, I love you. Have a great day, and do some detoxing. Bye, guys.